Roger, Mission Control. This is Mission Control to the launch vehicle.
This is launch vehicle. We'd like to respond to a 3-7 checklist requested by Mission Center Control. Over.
Roger, launch vehicle. Stand by. We'll prepare the checklist for rundown. And then for you.
All right, we're situated here ready for liftoff. Checklist A71 Beta Niner.
Roger, launch vehicle. The systems checklist proceeding as follows. Ceiling 300 Alpha and all systems are go.
VTR recorders engaged and running. Over.
Roger, all systems. Delta 999.113 time and counting.
We request an Allison check on the 37 hydrogen unit.
Command module ready. Prepare for liftoff. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Command module ready. Prepare for liftoff. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Activate K-1 agenda. Epilogue.
Command module ready. Prepare for liftoff.
Hey everybody, what's up? Today is the K-1 Agenda, episode 126. Today is September 30th, 2022, the last day of September, so that means you know what's up, the interview of the month. Today is a special interview with one of the founders of Detroit Techno. That interview will be with Eddie Fowlkes. So right now, let's just go over some of the things that's happening for Optic Studios that's coming up today. You will see the interviews coming up after this segment. I will be starting tomorrow. I'm back to work in the studio at least 8 hours a day, where I'm at least, creating, experiment with my instruments, different synthesizers, and even if when things are not happening for me, just playing a little bit, just playing keyboards a little bit, refamiliarizing myself with the equipment and stuff. Because when you haven't been on it for a while, it takes a while to get back into learning how everything works and everything, and have to familiarize myself with everything. But I have a lot of notes and stuff, so it comes back fairly quickly, with maybe in about a week. Sometimes it takes about 2 weeks before I can really get into playing and just making stuff that sounds at my level of what I think I can do. Also, remember my brand new EP, which is coming out October 21st, 2022. It's entitled Fragments EP. That's by Optic Nerve. That's a Fragments EP. Right now, what I want to do, it won't be available for sale till October 21st, 2022. There's a few stores in Europe that do have it already. You can buy it. It will be available by that time on digital download as well by October 21st. So I decided today I'm going to do another preview. So today's preview will be the track Linear Motion. Once again, that's Linear Motion. Let's check it out. This is my new EP, Fragments, Linear Motion. Yes, remember to pick up that optic nerve fragments. Also, pick up the brand new EP, Unidentifiable EP. The Unidentifiable EP is DJ Maaco and myself, K-1, with one track on one side and one on the other side. Check out the new release. Here's Maaco's track, The People.
Take it from the top.
Also, check out my track on my computer. K1. Yeah, and remember, pick those up. They're also available. They're available digital download and also available via vinyl. Pick that up if you want to get that. Please get with your store so you can pick this release up. Unidentifiable EP with DJ Maaco and K-1 Electro EP. That is PBX-35. Also, remember I mentioned earlier, coming up in the next segment will be the Eddie Fowlkes interview, which is a segment where I do interviews with very, very inspirational people in my life or who've been in my life, who I admire and really have done something for me, helped me in some type of way. Also, check out episode 122 of the K1 Agenda. That has Kech Harrington from Strand, so you can check that out. And remember, coming 2023 will be New Alien FM. 2023 will be New Alien FM. Once again, Alien FM is Black Tony and myself. Please pick that up. Pick up anything that's from the past, all of the old Alien FMs, but we will be having a new release coming out in 2023. Also, look out for 2023. I will be doing some DJ dates, setting up a DJ tour so I can start promoting more of the Puzzlebox Records and a lot more of my music. Get back out there. A lot of people forget that I'm a DJ. I also started as a DJ. I just got more into over the years just trying to promote myself more as a live musician with my work, previous work with AUX88. And, DJing just got to a point it was kind of, it was okay. It was just something that I just put on the back burner. But now I want to get back out there and I will be doing it. Also, if you like to book a live show for Optic Nerve, please contact Daniel at Connect Bookings and he will definitely sort you out. Now, coming up next, I'm very proud of this. This is a guy who I really admire. Eddie has always been a great friend of mine and also a person who just gives it to you real, man. You don't get no fake Eddie Fowlkes. So check it out. Coming up, the monthly interview.
My name is Eddie Fowlkes. I run and own Detroit Records.
I wanted to just say the reason why I have Eddie, man, I go way back with Eddie, man, back when I first started doing music. And like I said before, if you looked at some of my other K1 agendas, you'll see that I gave shouts out to Eddie on different occasions where I show his picture and, Eddie gave me information, man. He showed me how to do publishing. That's how I first learned about publishing. And Eddie was one of the few dudes I remember being on my answer machine. Yo, Nicky, come get your money. Eddie will get you on a compilation and he had your money and pay you. And when he told you to come down, he was serious and he had stuff done. So I got to give shouts out, and that's one of my favorite people, and that's why I'm glad to have him on this particular episode. Okay, Ed, my question to you is, how would you say, what is your legacy? What do you think your legacy is for Detroit Techno, house, or just electronic music in general?
Oh, my legacy is I'm the catalyst of this motherfucker out here. Well, for me, it wouldn't be no Derek kept, because somebody had to start the shit off. Mr. Juan Atkins was doing this thing.
Right.
So since me and Derek made a roommate, and he found out I was making a record.
Yeah.
And he told, then he told Kevin, and then they proceeded to do their thing. So I had finished my shit, my 2-track tape.
Right.
You know. So he said, I'm a master. Deal with me in like a couple months. A couple months passed. I ain't heard shit. He's all, man. I told Derek told Kevin, and the rest is history.
Okay.
So I'm the catalyst.
My next question is for you. I mean, I'm going ahead. For you specifically, what would you say that Detroit electronic music needs that's different than any time in the world? What do you think that we're missing?
Now?
Yup.
In 2022? Press. We need press. PR and press. I think we had a magazine, our own magazine and PR. You know, because people fly over from us, from London to New York to LA, and LA back to New York back to overseas. Yeah, we need PR and press bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we have to cut through the bullshit, because it's just, you're dealing with laptops and controllers. And people with laptops and controllers are music selectors.
Right.
So they stamp their shit as DJs. So you can't compete with them motherfuckers. This is your neighbors. You got thousands of fucking neighbors in the radius. Everybody's a fucking DJ. So we need press to overrun that shit, as well as social media and what they call that shit, endorsements. You know, like
I also
influencers.
I also
Money.
think the biggest issue with Detroit is, for a long time, we were flourishing so much overseas that it didn't matter that the United States wasn't on board. But now it's very important that the United States need to be on board, and you know that we need to be able to reach some of these people in the United States, because when you start seeing Beyonce making these tracks and people coming asking you questions like, why ain't you doing stuff like that, then you know it's a problem.
Well, yeah, but what you said now, what we need now, we can take that press and manipulate it through all the social medias.
Yeah.
So you can hit the world when you wake up in the morning, the press.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick to that, man, because that give kids opportunity to go do research. But if they don't see it or hear it, they can't go do research.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Okay. What made you be the type of guy, and that's what you're known for, whether you say it or not. Now, on film, Eddie come across like he is a cool guy. It's not fake. That's just the way he always been. But what made you be that guy that you always help people? You always help people, and you always was a guy that you could ask questions. What made you stay that way and remain that way?
I think it came from out. I ain't gonna say that, but I never forget this. I had to be about 8 years old, 7 years old. My mother would literally take us on Saturdays. She didn't work on Saturdays or Sundays. She would drive us around Detroit, go shopping. We get outside Detroit, and you get to see other people other than people in the neighborhood.
Right.
So you saw suburban cats. And then I was like, see different cultures. I mean, different cultures, not just black and white, different cultures. And then this is every Saturday. This is before we moved on Chapel.
Damn.
So this is like in the 70s, or like 73, like the year before Bruce Lee killed. So that's 72. So 72 to 75. And so she just, just get us out the neighborhood, just, your horizon, open up your mind and shit like that. And so then I just see these kids out the suburbs and whatever, playing soccer and different stuff. But the thing they was missing was music. And you get driving back close to your neighborhood in Detroit, you see people doing different stuff like that. And I start feeling sorry for people.
Got you.
Because they didn't have that neighborhood fun.
They was missing something.
They was missing something.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to correlate that, but my correlation is, you know, man, this is how we dance. In our culture, this is how we do things, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So then, when I went to Ferndale, you know, cats used to say things like, you ever heard of Pink Floyd and stuff like that? Because Ferndale at the time was 3% black kids.
Right.
All the rest was, you know, different culture. And so, and then they really want to understand, like, well, who is George Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who is the Commodores? Who is this and that? So then, you know, I would like just help them, you know, to understand.
Right.
And then they actually like I like, who's the Who? What is the Who?
Right. Expanding your mind.
The Who is part of the Beatles. I was like, I heard the Beatles, whatever the guy named was part of the Who.
Mm-hmm.
But this is some fact, you know, it just started like, damn, I really want them to feel what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that feeling, you know, I want you to feel what I'm feeling. Like, yo, man, you could do this.
Got you.
And you could do that. And then it makes you have a good feeling.
Right, right.
So this just started as a childhood thing that, you know, because in the black neighborhood back in the day, man, you know, you can just, the whole street be kicking with music and fun and all types of shit. But then when you go out, it's like, man, just like a cat, man, at a turntable, hey, man, can I get this request? It's like, never heard of what you're talking about. Because it's a different type of culture. Then you try to help each other, like, hey, man, this is techno, man, this is good shit, you know. So it's not spoon feeding, but just more or less.
Well, I think you're being a bit modest still too, but I'm just saying, no, but you did. It's like, I remember.
I did a correlation.
No, but I say the correlation, but I'm saying, but like you individually, like with what you did for certain people in Detroit, maybe, I mean, probably not just people in Detroit, because you used to deal with, before I even got into music, you was already dealing with foreign artists and foreign PR and all A&R people and stuff from the labels and everything. And you know, for you to just be like, hey man, you need to get your publishing. Me and Lou from Scan 7 got ours at the same time when you did the, what is that, a True People compilation.
Yeah.
When you did that compilation, I remember, and I always remember that, because you was like, man, you need to get in touch with Harry Fox. You wrote that down. Shit. 2 days later, I went, did it, and to this day, people still ask me questions. Now explain this to me.
Okay.
Dude, I told you.
Okay. This is with the correlation I explained, but this is the one that hurts me the most. I talked about it in a couple of documentaries, but this is the one that hurts me the most. And this is another reason why I truly like to help people. And I helped Tyree Cooper. Tyree Cooper told Joe Smooth. He said, man, nobody pulled my coattail to help me in anything.
Wow.
And Tyree Cooper ended up getting 85% of his publishing back. And since he got his publishing back, this is why I've been married. This is why I got married. So I've been married for what, 25 years?
Ooh.
So this was like 26 years ago.
Wow.
And Tyree would just run around Detroit. I said, dog, look at your shit. And you know nothing about publishing. Since he got his shit, that boy has grossed, I'd say, about $275,000 off his publishing.
Wow. That's great.
And he was like, man, you the only motherfucker to ever help me.
That's great.
And we still cool to this day. But the correlation is here, no, not the correlation, but here, this is another thing. When I didn't want to see, what's that group, the play for Berry Gordy, the band? The Funk Brothers.
The Funk Brothers, yeah.
The Funk Brothers. And that just came to me a long time ago. Because I had talked to Eddie Holland in his crib. The next day, me and Juan stood at his studio, and he know nothing about techno. And then it hit me, and I was like, damn, old boy making all the money. Eddie Holland, and Dozier from Motown, right?
Sure is.
But all the rest of the motherfuckers played that shit, wasn't getting no money. And then I knew the Gordys pretty well. I used to date one of the Gordys when she was at Michigan State.
Wow.
I'm a bad motherfucker. But anyway, anyway, it's just everything started manifesting itself. You know what I'm saying? Because my shit got picked up Macola, Sunset.
Gotcha.
And that's when I met NWA, all them niggas. But we couldn't get money for it. We couldn't get money because they were distributing shit. They had picked up my record through Metroplex. And then, you know, once you get all that shit and you get back home, and then I would start reading this book. This is Business of the Music Business book.
Gotcha.
Then once I learned that shit, and motherfuckers walking around with empty pockets, I said, motherfucker, go get your shit. Blah, 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 blah. But it predicated through Motown. I don't really care for Berry Gordy because a lot of black, a lot of generation wealth got cut.
Yep.
because they could have paid the Funk Brothers. Hey man, if you even got 3% out of 100%, you know how much money that is? And you selling millions and millions in copies. And
your
that's like,
spirit, man, just
right. So I'm saying this brother Barry Gordy, man, come on, man. So and you just like, damn. So that's why when I do projects, it's 50-50.
Right.
You know, so motherfuckers say, you know, I took they publishing. I never took a soul publishing. But that shit, that Barry Gordy shit, man, hit me hard.
Yeah, and plus legacy's sake, man, like you just don't know. I always say, I think maybe 20, 30 years from now, you know, hey, our music is the type of music that can be discovered like that. You know, just one particular track you did might not be your particular favorite, and somebody pull it out. Some artists might want to do a rap to it, or they might want to sing over it, whatever, man. That's another reason why you need to have your publishing, for legacy's sake, as far as somebody in your family getting something.
Yeah. Barry cut the generation wealth off only for his generation and his people.
What do you feel is your legacy as being a DJ?
My legacy as a DJ coming out of Detroit, honestly, I told this to the Pioneer Cat, and I just got my 3,000 a couple months ago, within 6 months, within 3 months. Yeah, within 3 months.
Diet expert.
So I said, man, the best shit y'all made was 2000, because there's no sync button on it. So, and I'm doing tricks on the 2000s that motherfuckers do where they had the sync button. So, with all that said, like Kevin Saunders said, he said, man, that's the best DJ I ever seen in my life. And I was doing that with vinyl. The thing is, but we used to practice. I used to practice so much. Yes, sir. And I got my mixer in 78. And I used to practice so much. Coming from school, practice. But no, I know the old girl get home at 5 o'clock. So I knew I had to do my house chores by 4. But I would come home and just practice. So, my wife can attend to that even if I have a party 2 weeks ahead, I'm always practicing. And one thing that I tell motherfuckers, I program my shit. So if I got a certain shit coming in, 8 records, that don't hit. If it does hit, I know the rest shit gonna hit. If that don't hit, I go to another program that I have. And a lot of people go by feel, which is cool for them. But doing it since you was a fucking kid, and I'm almost 30 now.
Times 2.
Shit. I mean, you know, I like the shit. So just like we did the thing at you said.
Charivari?
Yeah. No,
Spotlight?
No. Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Tore it up.
Right. And
Tore it up.
But I only played 8 records. But it's how you play the 8 records.
How you play.
Wow.
And let the records
do what you play.
Right. And let the records do what they're supposed to do.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't dance behind a turntable. So if you dance behind a turntable, how you gonna cue up the next record?
Because you ain't a DJ.
Thank you. How you gonna do the tricks on the mixer and all this while you dancing? I'm not a dancing DJ. Because if you pay $100 or $50 or $60 and you wanna see me dance, well shit, just check out my podcast. I dance for you all day. Why I wanna pay that much money to see a motherfucker dance behind a turntable? And then leave and just dance. You know
Dance
what I'm saying?
badly.
You know, so it's just in the same component as a controller DJ and a laptop DJ. They are music selectors. They're not DJs.
Right. Thanks. In your whole career of doing, I'll just say dance music, what's been the most disappointing thing and what's been the most uplifting thing that's happened to you in all the years you've been doing this?
I think the most disappointing thing is how Derek May went in the press and act like I didn't even exist. You know, and it was cool because he didn't realize that I'm a workaholic, and so while he resting, I'm working. But I always told myself and my wife, just a matter of time, I'm gonna catch up with his ass and spit on his ass, which I have. But that's the most disappointing thing because we were roommates. Wow. And he didn't have a studio. I had a studio.
Right.
And he just kind of like, yeah, folks was doing it before me. Yeah, folks was doing that shit. He got gear, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I turned them on to some gear. That's the most disappointing thing. And the second most disappointing thing is motherfucker Dimitri Hagman from Trezor. I had to sue Trezor. And Dimitri slept in my motherfucking crib. That's the most disappointing thing. And he was like, the royalties was fucked up. He was, taking tracks off my 3MB, which is me, 3 motherfuckers in Berlin. Heard it from me. I came up with that phrase. And he would take a single and put the motherfucker out. I didn't know about it. And how I found out, I was with a party in San Francisco, went to the record store looking for some records. Oh, we love your new 12-inch. I said, what 12-inch? And it was a 12-inch that Dimitri and them put out from Trezor. Oh boy, you tell me some motherfucker got on the phone. Oh, Eddie, well, you know how to contact you. Motherfucker, you knew Juan, Jeff, Blake, Mike Banks. I can go on and on.
Anybody that's coming to the club from Detroit.
Right. You couldn't contact me? Come on. So that's the most disappointing. The most thing that I enjoy to the fullest extent is cementing my hand with Detroit Historic Museum.
Yeah.
So hopefully those prints last for years and years, concrete prints, handprints for my grandkids and so forth and so forth. And to me, that's the most thing, us being in museums, the African Museum.
Yeah, they can't take that away.
Right, and the museum in Washington, D.C., that shit is mean that, all those years when your mom got you that mixer in 78, look at it, from 78 to museums.
Yeah. And you got the citation from the city too, right?
Yeah, and yesterday, this weekend, I got this award from Big Sean and his foundation.
Oh, wow.
That was right. That was real.
Yeah, that was a real award. I mean, that shit weighs like a good 10 pounds.
Cool.
And me, Captain Derek, Juan, Santonio, and Blake Bastard got one.
You know what? that was long overdue.
Yeah,
y'all deserved it. No, y'all deserved the award. I'm talking about the award. I ain't talking about the other comment, but
okay.
And we're gonna leave there. Thank you, Mr. Fowlkes.
Puzzlebox Records. Puzzlebox Records is my label. It's been around since 1995. That's when it was started. I just want to let people know if you want to buy any of the old music that we have, some repressings and some new stuff that we're pressing, because we're going to be pressing old stuff, some more old repressings as well. Please contact distribution at puzzleboxrecords.com and we will sort you out with a wholesale order. First off, PBX-34, which is K-1 meets Marty Bonds. That's the Cosmic Flight EP. The latest release. Pick that up. It's been doing very well. It's on a lot of DJs lists and stuff, and top 10 lists. So I'm very proud of that. That track of Marty's, man, To Fly is awesome. So please pick that up. Also, PBX-TR3 Optic Nerve Trilogy Wave. That's from the Trilogy Wave 3 EP set. This is Wave 3. It's back in stock and it's directly from us now. You can buy it directly from us. It was originally only being distributed by Rubber Duck Records out of Glasgow, but now we have it back and we're exclusively distributing it ourselves. And you got to get that track. The track on there is called The Gateway. It's a very unique optic nerve track I did back in the 90s. Also, pick up PBX-C230. That's the Alien FM double pack. Original double pack called The Original Broadcast. It's repressed and back in stock. Pick that up. Also, pick up PBX-32 Stargazing EP, K-1 featuring the awesome Doppler effect. Pick that up. It's on color vinyl as well. Limited edition color vinyl. Also, pick up PBX-3 Face Your Fate with the great writings of Black Tony. And it's also an acapella on here, so pick that up. Also pick up PBX 8.5 Electropathics EP, repressing in stock now. That features the track Detroit Parties Rock Like This. Also pick up PBX 4, the Automaton EP with the tracks Techno's on My Mind, Nemesis, and Oscillator. Also pick up Modular World,
K-1 EP. This is my K-1 Electro Funk, more minimalized. Pick that up. It's called Modular World, and that's PBX-29. Also pick up the third release for Alien FM, which is called Monochromatic Images, featuring the vocals from Kayla McKnight, Black Tony, and K-1. Pick that up. Also pick up PBX-31 Voice Modulation from the album Mad Scientist. AUX88 presents The Mad Scientist. Pick that up. We will be putting out more EPs from my releases with AUX88 from that Mad Scientist album. This was a great track done by Tommy Hamilton. Also, PBX-33 Strand meets Optic Nerve. We have a few of those left, so pick those up. It did quite well, but we do have a few more left, and we want to get those out. So thank you. And once again, if you have any questions and you'd like to talk to us about getting these records in your record store and you want to get it wholesale, please hit up distribution at puzzleboxrecords.com. Thank you. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to let you know that now the Optic Nerve t-shirts is available. Alien FM t-shirts is available. All my designs I did formerly when I was in AUX88, all the designs I did for Direct Beat Classics, all the Detroit designs I did, you can get them in t-shirts, hoodies, baseball shirts, coffee mugs, phone cases, laptop bags. Everything is available. And you can order this and have pretty good, reasonable shipping because the t-shirts are printed in countries all around the world. So please take note. Here's the link, and you can buy all the material. And keep watching out because I have a sale twice a month where it's 35% off everything in the store. So thank you once again for supporting, and look for those new designs coming. Thank you. K-1 out. Question of the week. If anyone out there has any questions for me, please email puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com, and I will kindly and excitingly sort you out with an answer. I don't have any problem with answering any questions. Look at this. It's a weird rays of light coming through here today, but I thought it was kind of cool. You know, got the little slanted lights or whatever. But anyway, question of the week is: are there any plans to release any of the music you recorded with AUX88? As everyone know and should know by now, I'm no longer a part of AUX88. It's all about the K-1 agenda. But anything that was on Puzzlebox Records that was released, the AUX88 release that I was a part of, will be coming out. I'll give some examples. It won't be everything. It'll just be certain things that me and Tommy know that we did together or whatever, and or I did, or tracks that I did. So I can give you an example. There will be more Mad Scientists. There will be Mad Scientists. There will be Extraterrestrial Time Travelers 12-inch. There will be Space Satellites 12-inch, and maybe a few more other things that came from just some stuff that was more my music that I submitted, that I gave for AUX88. I just want to move on from that chapter in my life and just show what my contribution was for the old AUX88 projects and what I did, my music, my style, and just move on where there's no issues. But yes, that's a good question. There will be, and I don't know. There might be some Black Tokyo, but that would be it would be Black Tokyo tracks that I did, because I do make sure that on any type of things like that I will actually
give Tom his credit on anything that he did, but I just wanted to be more stuff that the music that I did, anything that I recorded, that I actually programmed and did myself. But great question. If anyone else out there has any more questions, please email puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com and I'll sort you out with an answer. Thank you. Old pick and video of the week. Well, I've had this on one of my K-1 agendas before, but I just thought it was it's just one of my favorite things, one of my favorite live performances that I did when we reformed, when we formed the Oxman, and we got a chance to do the headline the festival in Detroit, the Detroit Electronic Music Festival, which was in 2002. And I'm very proud of this, and I want to make sure that I get all the names featured right. Featured on this track, I love it that we did a track, Moments in Love by Art of Noise. What we did, we took and made it more a Latin version. We went from the original version to the Latin version. Here he is featuring the great Nico Marks on keys, BJ from Positronics and AUX88, and Black Tony from AUX88 and Scan 7. And also me featured on synth. You'll hear synth parts from me. I'm gonna toot my own horn. You'll hear Nico. You'll hear Nico playing a lot of the Latin grooves, and you also hear BJ playing the piano chords underneath. I think he was playing some of the bass lines too. Some of the bass lines. You hear me with the synth lines, more of the bell. You hear that? That's me. And then you hear Tony doing. I think Tony is doing some of the orchestra hits and some other backline and key parts. But this was a fun thing. I really liked this. I think this was one of the better live performances of some of the tracks that I've ever done and played live. Thank you. Check this out. I hope you like it as much as I do. thoughts of the week. This week, thoughts of the week. Keyword, the future. And to me, the future starts, it's funny, the future starts for me October 1st. And when I say October 1st, in my previous segments of this episode, I talked about me getting back in the studio and getting back to work and working on music. And once again, it's not working on necessarily music that's going to be coming out quickly. It's just working on music and not be tied to any dates or deadlines to turn anything in, because I already got tons of music done the last couple of years, and all my releases are already ready to go. Sometimes I might bump up things and change things around, but before I had 27 releases ready to go. Now it's about 19, 20, something like that. But you know, this is the great time for me, because I can slow down, enjoy it, and have fun again. Get in the studio and not have to feel like, oh, I gotta get this done. Oh man, how many more days I got to get this done? None of that. It's just fun, pure joy. Learning more things on different pieces of gear, and that's what the future is about for me. The future is looking up, because I'm up. I'm more upbeat, and my future will be illuminated, as I like to put it, illuminated, because my spirits are high. It's not like, oh man, I gotta get this done. In the midst of that, working with CDJ-3000s, man. I'm gonna start doing that, getting my my DJ sets together. Also, some more live shows. Working on some special hybrid live shows and stuff too. So that's what the future is for me. Sitting down with Black Tony to go through some future stuff for Alien FM, which we already have tracks done. It's just a matter of figuring out where they're going to go, what order, and when they're going to come out. Also focusing more on the future of just putting out a lot of music of me by myself. I've done a lot of collaborations lately, and these are people who I respect and I'm glad to work with. But I'm going to be putting out more stuff that's just mine. No particular reason, just got to start doing that, and making sure there's a lot of people know who I am, know what I've done, but it's so many more people who don't. And you know, there's a new generation that you can get people to listen to this stuff and be like, wow, they can get into it. And then I can refer you back to all the stuff I've done, all the music that I own, everything I've ever done, I'm on. Anything I've ever been a part of, I have part ownership in. So that's a great thing. So in stating that, the future looks bright, because unlike most artists, they don't even own their music. I have my own publishing. I own all my own music and everything that I've been a part of, via with AUX88, my Alien FM, my Optic Nerve, K-1 stuff, KT19941, stuff I did with Sight Beyond Sight, which is a house music group years ago with Black Tony and Tommy Hamilton and Andrea Gilmore, all of that stuff. It's just an example. But the future is looking great, because my light, as you see now, is shining bright, because I'm in a good mood and I'm ready to work. And for a lot of musicians, if you talk to them, a lot of times, man, when you've been doing this stuff for years, it gets to a point where you get sort of burnt out, because you're trying to meet deadlines and stuff. I never do that anymore. It's like I spend summers enjoying my time. I'm not in the studio. All I'm doing is we're just boxing records and, you know, new releases or whatever, and putting them out and shipping them and all that type of stuff. I don't work on any music, because I like to spend time with my family and enjoy my life. And that way, when I get back to this, it's fun again. So check you out next time on the Thoughts of the Week. Remember, the future. Shoutouts. As always, shoutouts. I want to give shouts out to my brother, Mark Antonio Tucker. He will be, next week, he will be 58. He's my older brother. Once again, if you've seen him, please get in contact. with us so that we can catch up with my brother, get him back into the fray with the family and everything, and catch back up with my mother and father, my parents and stuff. If you're out there, love you, brother. I hope that we find you or you reach out and catch back up with us. And, you know, that's pretty much it. That's all I can do. I'm looking into some other avenues, and maybe I'll have some more news. And once again, everybody out there who sends email and, you know, asks me about my brother, and I think that's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Also, this week I want to send a special shout out to Bethany and Kip at Well Done Goods. This week was Kip's birthday. I have a special place in my heart for Bethany and Kip from Well Done Goods, because when they got married, they asked me to be, they asked specifically for me to be the DJ for their wedding reception, which I thought was like, it was kind of a weird request that came to me, and I was like, wow, that's amazing that they asked for me. So I always have a special place in my heart, and it was a lot of fun to come down. They wanted to just hear, you know, Electro, Techno bass and stuff, and it was just so much fun, and I never forget that, because Bethany came in on a horse, man. She rode in on a horse. Their wedding was fabulous. And not to mention that, their business that they have, Well Done Goods, they sell all types of Detroit shirts and different products. Go check them out, welldonegoods.com. Love those guys, Bethany and Kip. Love you guys, and love what you do and the support that you give to everybody in Detroit Techno and all types of music. Appreciate you guys. Love you. On that note, I want to send a special shout out to my mother and father. They're gone now. They were here for a week, and we had a ball, and the time just flew by. Love you guys. We'll be calling you today. And once again, I know what I've done and what I will be doing, and that is, it's all about the K-1 agenda. See you next week on episode 127. Thank you.
Hey, I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button for YouTube, and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, but hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keith Tucker K1. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you.